Hello, I hope you're having a good morning. Let's look down here. I pulled this from our word work station, and so we're gonna play it together. Here we go. Remember, the first one is say it. So I'm gonna put the word down. You say it. I hope you're saying do, and now we have to spell it. Tell me what letters do I need to find? Yes, D-O. So here we go. I've got my O. Should I do it like this? No, Miss Willette. Do is spelled with the D first and then the O second. D-O, do. Now your turn. I want you to write it. I want you to skywrite it. Can you go ahead and skywrite it? Good. When you're skywriting it, remember, you need to make for your D, you make your C, pick up your pencil, big line down, and then your O, do. Good. What's our next word? He. Good. Let's spell it. What's the first letter? And then what's the second letter? Good. I hope you said H-E. He. Now it's your turn. Skywrite it up in the air. Okay. Next word. This one has 4 letters and it starts with the letter L. What do you think it is? It's the word like. So let's spell it. Are you telling me how to spell it? Yes. L-I-K-E. All right, your turn. Go ahead and skywrite it up in the air. Here's our next one. Go. Yes, go. G-O will spell go. Go ahead and write it up, skywrite it for me. Now remember, when you're skywriting that G, it uses that magic C. So you want to do your C, pick up your pencil, go down and hook for that letter G. Our last one, what is it? Me. Yes, so I need to grab the letters M, E, and now it's your turn. You skywrite it. All right, great. I'm glad we got to review those. Now, let's talk about the game we're going to play today. I want to teach you about a game. You know what? You guys are really smart, and we're coming towards the end of kindergarten. And I bet you already realize that the alphabet, you know, all of those letters that we've been talking about since the beginning of school, well, they are in a certain order. What does Miss Willette mean by that? Well, of course, whenever we talk about the alphabet, they are in alphabetical order. The letters are in alphabetical order, meaning A always starts off the alphabet. And what letter always ends it? Yeah, well, the letter Z always ends the alphabet. But then you've got all those letters in between. So when I talk about order, what I mean is, like, if I were to talk about the letter F, and I want to know, well, there's the letter F, but what comes before the letter F and what comes after the letter F? Well, if I look at it and I see the letter F, I know E comes before it, G comes after it. Let's try another one. Like the letter O, what comes before it? N, right. What comes after it? P, right. Look down here at the letter V, what comes before? U, what comes after it? W. Well, sometimes we might get a little confused and forget what comes before and after a letter. And so we're going to work on that part of our brain and help our brain get stronger in learning the alphabetical order of all of these letters. So I've got a game. There's a game inside of your packet that I dropped off at your house. And this came with that game. The game starts off looking like this. You see the words toss, move, say. So those are the directions of the game. Toss, move, say. So this is what it's going to look like. You've got a game board that looks like this. You see the word start? That's going to be your first page. And then you have another page that looks like this, but with the word finish on it. So you're gonna put the pages together to play the game. Now, this is gonna help you play the game. If you need to help knowing what comes before or after a letter, this is your guide to help you. And in that same packet that I brought to your house, there were some cubes that Miss Willette made with numbers on them. They're probably in with the Monster Addition game. But you can pull out one of those cubes and use it to play this game. So this is what we're gonna do. You can play with somebody or you can play by yourself, but this is how the game goes. You roll the dice and you see what you land on. 6. So you start, if you're gonna be yellow or you pick some kind of game piece to play with. It can be Legos, it can be a bean, it can be a penny, it can be anything to play with. It just has to be small and fit on the game board. So I need to move 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here I've landed on the letter A. And so my job when I land on that letter is to say what comes before it and what comes after it. Wow, that's silly, Miss Willette. Nothing comes before the letter A, but there is something that comes after it, is the letter B. So I would say A and then B, okay? And then it'd be the next person's turn. Okay? So let's pretend we're playing together and you're rolling. What did you get? 7. Right, here you are. You're blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What did you land on? R. Now, Miss Willette, you need to tell Miss Willette what comes before R, what comes after R. That might be a little hard. You'd have to start going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Or maybe you know from M. L, M, N, O, P, Q, Q, R, and then S. So Q and S. Q comes before, S comes after. But if that seems a little too difficult, a little too tricky, don't forget that you have this alphabet chart. You could go on here and look and say, oh, there's that letter R that I landed on. What came before it? Q. What comes after it? S. And guess what? After you play several times using this alphabet chart, your brain's gonna start remembering what comes before and after, and you can take it away and then play the game without it and see how you do, okay? So let's try one more roll. Oh, I landed on 7. I'm gonna move mine 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What letter did I land on? Letter D. So my job is to say what comes before D and what comes after D. Well, A, B, C, D, E. So I know C comes before and E comes after. But if that proved a little bit too difficult, don't forget, you have your alphabet chart. You could go on here and look and say, oh, there's D. What came before it? C. What comes after it? E. Okay? So your job is to play the game the best way that you can. If you need the alphabet chart, use it. And then after a few times of playing the game, try to take it away and not use it anymore and see if your brain can remember the alphabetical order of all these letters. Okay, I'll see. Oh, I can't see you next time. Hold on, I forgot to tell you. Look here. Get out your Handwriting Without Tears workbook and turn to the page that has your letter F. It would be page 60, and you need to practice writing your lowercase f. Remember to trace over it with your finger, and then down here to trace over it with your finger, and then, or to trace over it with your pencil, and then do it by yourself. So you're gonna start at the top. Our letters always start at the top. Go up and then all the way down, pick up your pencil, and then do a little line. F. And then over here, you're gonna trace the word with your pencil and then write the word down here. Trace it and then write it. Also, I want you to read these words, make all your sounds and read the words. And be very, very careful. Make sure that you're always, whenever you're writing on these lines, notice how the letters fit in between the lines. I don't want to see you writing on the top and writing down here on the bottom. Fit your letters in between the two lines. Okay, now I can say goodbye and I will see you tomorrow.